Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds. And here again, I have a diamond in the rough for you guys. His name is Tanner True, defensive lineman out of Chadron State. Nice to have you today, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Jimmy. Thank you for having me.
Hey, no problem. Wanted to get a chance to meet you. Really one of the more successful defensive linemen at the Division II level, and want to learn more about you and your story. So, Tanner, start us out, man. Introduce yourself.
Tanner True. I'm from Eaton, Colorado, small farm town in northern Colorado. Uh, Grew up hunting, fishing, going to the mountains. We were a big camping family growing up. Did a lot of working once I was able to drive and got a job at a hay farm where I worked all throughout high school. My little brother worked with me. Always been a big into the agricultural side of things. When I came to Chadron, worked on a few ranches here, do a lot of brandings for a lot of the ranchers here. So yeah, just excited to get this going and uh, teach everyone more about myself.
Cool. And so I think it's funny a little bit because I mean, when we think about like a farm boy, we have this image of this burly guy throwing around hay bales and stuff. So I mean, at the
Yeah,
very least, we can say that that is true for you.
yeah,
Sorry, that's my one and only joke about your last name. So I'm
yeah.
gonna just keep it as
I
such.
had to
So,
throw one out there.
yep, Tanner. How long have you played football, man? Let's start with that.
Played football my whole life. Started playing tackle football probably at 7, 8 years old. I've been playing my whole life. My dad's a football coach, former college athlete, former college football and wrestler. So I grew up in a very athletic space family. Me and my brother are close in age. He's actually on the team with me, plays right next to me, plays D tackle next to me. Very, very competitive growing up. We are always competing with each other. But yeah, it's been good.
Cool. Definitely kind of neat to play alongside your brother. Sometimes there's a little bit of a sibling rivalry there that will carry over a little bit into games. Like I don't know, like if you smack each other around a little bit, like you miss on a play, but kind of fun to have him there with you.
Yeah.
Tanner, I want to talk a little bit more about the beginnings of you as an athlete, going back to your high school days. Attended Eaton High School there in Eaton, Colorado, and along with some football, was a damn good wrestler. And
Mhm.
so, talk to me a little bit about that stage of your life, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so I grew up wrestling my whole life, spent my whole life on a wrestling mat. Dad's a wrestling coach. Wasn't super successful to start out my high school career in football nor wrestling. Had to work for everything that I got. Wasn't a super naturally gifted kid. I was gifted with some decent size, thanks to God. But other than that, I've worked my butt off to get as big and as strong as possible. And I think wrestling gave me a good base for that, athleticism wise. Learned how to control my body, learned how to control other people's bodies, learned leverage, learned uh, where hand fighting and all that. I think, especially for D linemen, everything you learn in wrestling translates to the football field. And
Absolutely.
yeah, I was a two-time runner-up in high school. Lost by 1 point my junior year in the finals.
Ah,
Was undefeated my senior year and choked in the state finals my senior year. The other guy was better than me that day, so. Unfortunately, never got to be on the top of the podium, but was very competitive my junior and senior year.
so how many wins did you end up with? Like, do you know the actual number?
Yeah, yeah. So I was 29-0 going into the finals. That was the year of COVID. So the year before that, I was 50-5. My junior year, I lost to
I'm gonna have to
the
tally all this up eventually. So,
yeah,
uh,
lost to
so we're
the
looking at maybe somewhere close to maybe 100 like wins
yeah,
overall.
yeah. I think I was right at 100 wins after my senior year.
Neat. So, I mean, very successful on the wrestling mat, and always a nice thing to have that as part of your background when you are a
Mhm.
guy working on the line. And so, coming out of Eaton High School, talk to me about the recruiting for you. I mean, was it a whole lot of RMAC schools? I mean, what really sold you on your college?
So yeah, I would say I was under recruited. I mean, Eaton's a small high school, played two-way football. talked to a few schools. It was also during COVID, so it was a tough time for recruiting. I was right in the middle, class of 2021, so I was right in the middle of the whole pandemic deal. Chadron and University of Sioux Falls were really only my two true offers that I got. I talked to a few RMAC schools, talked to Western Colorado, talked to Fort Lewis, talked to CSU Pueblo a little bit. But the coaches here at Chadron State really sold me. I'm a big admirer of Coach Long and Coach Sassy. After meeting them in person and spending the day with them, and just kind of those are the kind of people I wanted in my corner and the kind of people I wanted to play for. I think Coach Sassy's a defensive mastermind, one of the most underrated coaches in Division Two. We've had a top tier defense past couple of years, and he's done a great job putting guys in positions to be successful.
Cool. And hey, dude, RMAC is certainly very respectable. There's a lot of
Hmm.
great teams there, and being amongst them is great. So I mean,
Hmm.
it just seemed like something that was bound to happen with
Yeah.
you know, in your recruitment, and so ended up going to Chadron there. What have you done there as a student? Can you talk about that just briefly? What have you been majoring in? If
So
are you on your master's? Talk.
yep. So I graduated with a degree in business administration with a minor in agribusiness. We have a great agribusiness program here, so I wanted to definitely sprinkle in a few classes of that here and there. So I got a minor in that, learned some very cool things in there, and I'm currently working to finish my master's in business. Just started it this semester and working to finish that, and excited about that. Really love the finance side of business. So looking forward to getting that done and getting my master's degree.
Cool. Well, bro, let's go ahead and shift gears to football. You are a 4-year starter along that defensive line, and so certainly bringing a lot of great experience. But talk about that defense as a whole and just kind of your general role overall.
So we run a 3-3 sort of hybrid defense. We shift our backers around a lot. We'll walk a backer down and run a four down here and there, but I mostly am playing the zero tech, holding things down in the middle. We play a pretty light box most of the time, so as far as the run game goes, a lot of the pressure's on the D line to stop the run game. We have great athletes on our defense. A lot of good guys who are competing and who I think can play at the next level. Logan O'Brien, for example, is one of our linebackers this year. He's already been three-time Defensive Player of the Week for the RMAC. He's very talented linebacker, putting up crazy stats this year. And we've all kind of talked. It honestly just feels like no one really worries about statistics in our defense. At the end of the day, the only statistic that matters is a win in the win column, and that's kind of our attitude as a defense. No one looks at. I couldn't tell you what my statistics are. I never look at my own stats. I really could care less what my stats are. As long as we're winning, it's a good day in my book. So I think we have a very successful defense. We do well stopping the run. We have some great DBs, and Coach Sassy has a great scheme and puts kind of designed the whole defense for everyone, for the personnel, not as much as like this is the defense I want to run. He designed it around, well, this guy plays well in these scenarios. This guy's here, and I think he set us up all well to be successful.
I mean, definitely a whole lot of pieces there that are working out very well this season. Currently sitting at 5-2 as we speak.
Hmm.
So definitely doing well. Looking at you as a defensive lineman, again, you had mentioned you kind of play that zero mostly, but when you look at yourself as an athlete, what do you feel are some of the best attributes that you bring to the table? Talk to me.
I'd say first and foremost, my motor. I run to the ball every play. I'm always looking to try and make a play, whether it's in the box or outside the box. I think I'm able to play all techniques of defensive line. I've lined up at five tech. I've been successful at three tech. Zero tech. I really enjoy the zero tech. I do well. We stunt a lot and we do a lot of pressure. So it's never really just a straight up jet off the ball zero tech. It's usually moving laterally and trying to beat offensive linemen with athleticism, which I also think is one of my greater strengths, I move pretty well for my size, being 6'2", 300. I run a 50240 the last time I was recorded. I think I can move well laterally, especially, and play great with my hands, great leverage. I'm a shorter defensive lineman, and I use that to my advantage. I can play with leverage, play low, lower man wins every time. So I think that is one of my greater strengths, being able to use that leverage and strength and hold down gaps in there, and as well as be successful in the pass rush game and the run game.
Yeah, I mean, certainly very effective run stuffer, can also get pressure on the quarterback. And we kind of talked a little bit about your ability to make plays all over the field. So uh, definitely a guy who's an impact. I mean, you talked about the linebacker there who's always flying around getting all these weekly awards there for the RMAC. But I mean, you in your own right, very effective overall in that defense. So
Hmm.
want to talk about some of the highlights of yours, if you don't mind. Want to actually go
Yep.
back to the previous season in
Hmm.
2024. I know the win-loss column really wasn't exactly something to be too proud of,
Yeah.
but you did have a few moments of that season that are worth reflecting on. And the one that I was, looking back on, I think you know where I'm going, dude, because you ended up with an interception in a game against Adams State,
Yep.
where you absolutely took care of business. Like that was the one game that you guys completely dominated.
Hmm.
But you rarely see a defensive lineman getting an interceptions. Can you talk about that moment?
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty crazy. Definitely one of the craziest plays I've ever seen on a football field. Uh, the ball was thrown, and like I said, I always run to the ball, so it was a quick pass. It was a quick slant route. I went to pass rush. He got rid of the ball. I turned to go run to the ball, and it deflected off of our corner's face mask. And I was running back to the ball, and it flew right back to me, and I caught it. Yeah, it was my first ever interception as a football player, so it was pretty cool.
Nice. I mean, hey, and it's nice to be able to get turnovers as is. I mean, I know you've had
Hmm.
a couple of other moments, where you were in on that sort of thing.
Hmm.
But an interception for a defensive lineman rarely happens, and so
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that we touch on that somewhat. I mean, you certainly have to take advantage of the moments when you have them.
Hmm.
So when the ball is in the air and in your vicinity, you got to grab it.
Big
Um,
guys have hands too, man.
Absolutely. I know every once in a while, like there are teams that put big guys out there, kind of
Hmm.
for fun during practices, for like
Yeah.
kick off, punt returns or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
It's weird, but not that I'm saying you should do that, but nice to be able to say that you've got an interception in that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, very, very cool.
um, so yeah, I mean, obviously, last season wasn't all that good for you guys, but bro, this year you guys are doing very well.
Hmm.
Certainly in the mix of the RMAC. I mean, I think they had you rated like second, I believe, in your
Hmm.
conference right now, but you guys are kind of tied anyways, as if you're
Yeah.
looking at
Yep.
it, with really like the best yet to come on
Hmm.
your schedule. But I do want to touch on a couple of games that you had this year so far. Had actually a fumble recovery this year as well against
Hmm.
Black Hill. So talk about that moment if you don't mind.
Yeah, so the Black Hills is a big passing team. They like to drop back pass, which we love as a defensive line. We like to be able to get after the passer. And one of me and my DN on the same side, we both won our pass rush, and unfortunately he beat me to the ball, but he stripped it, and I was able to recover it. Quarterback turned to scramble, and he had a good punch out, and I was right there behind him to be able to scoop it up. And they were backed up too. I think we recovered the ball on like their 5 yard line, so it turned into a touchdown, which was always great to see. I think that's a big part of winning football games, being able to capitalize in moments like that. And kudos to our offense; they've been on a roll this year, and they were able to punch it in. So that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, I mean that particular game. I mean, you ended up with a sack and a fumble recovery. So I mean, certainly very effective. Rushing the passer. And if we're being fair about it, I mean, you and your teammate. as long as one guy gets the turnover and the other guy gets the sack or what have you, hey,
Yep.
that's a great deal in my book.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, that's kind of the mentality of our defense is if one of us makes a play, we all make a play. There's no individuals on our defense. It's all about the team and all about the success of our defense. And I'm just as happy when another guy gets a sack as when I get a sack. If not more happy. I love seeing my brothers be successful and compete. Especially my true blood brother who plays right next to me is pretty. I love seeing him succeed. He's been having a great year and he's a phenomenal athlete.
Right. One more game from this year that I want to talk about, and I feel like it kind of needs to be touched on somewhat, and that's your game against Colorado Mines.
Hmm.
Colorado Mines typically they're getting the better of you guys, but I mean this year you guys were able to get that victory. Um, uh, Talk about that matchup and just ultimately getting over that hump and proving yourself against your opponent.
It was awesome. I mean, it was a great win. Any win's a great win, no matter who it's against. I think a lot of people were like after the game, like, "Oh my gosh, you guys won!" And it's like we expected to win that game. We expect to win every game. We went in there expecting to win, so it wasn't like some miracle that happened. I mean, we worked all summer and all off season for moments like that, and we were able to come out with the victory. And that game, I statistically, I didn't have one of my best games, but I that really doesn't bother me. Like I said, the win column is the best statistic in football, so we were able to get that done. And against a team like that, it's a good feeling, and it kind of jump started this whole role that we've been on this year.
Yeah, I mean, definitely on a roll, 5-2 so far this year. And Tanner, if we are being honest, defensive linemen like yourself, they don't always get the credit.
No,
They don't always get all the stats. And so I definitely appreciate your mentality overall because, I mean, got to be a team first guy.
yep,
Got to be able to take care of your business. And you have a lot of talent surrounding you that's going to make the play. So,
yeah,
you already talked about O'Brien and others around you that
hmm
just do an excellent job on that defense. So,
hmm
um, I want to take a moment to step off the football field. We talked about you and your in this season, everything, but anything else about you that you want people to know, whether it be your interests, your hobbies, any special talents? Talk to me for a little bit about something other than football.
So I really enjoy. I mean, I came to Chadron. Obviously, it's a rural town, western Nebraska, right next to the Black Hills of South Dakota. So I really enjoy fishing, hunting. A lot. That's a lot of the guys on our team. We all like to go out and hunt and fish together. Uh, really enjoy. I've always worked blue collar jobs. I'd like to consider myself a blue collar guy. Worked on ranches. Worked for a construction company putting up siding this summer. So that's always fun. I mean it's not easy going from working out in the sun for 10 hours straight to doing a lift and a run workout in the evening when you get back. But yeah, I love being outdoors. Love to hang out with my buddies, go out, go fish, go hunt, go up to the Black Hills and hike a little bit. Enjoy doing that. Other than that, just hanging out with my boys. That's what I like to do.
Cool. Well, Tanner, I do have a few fun little questions to ask you. So,
All right.
just kind of humor me as I go through a few of these. So,
Okay.
um, uh, bagels or donuts?
Ooh, I'd have to say, are we talking just a plain bagel with cream cheese, or
You
because I'm
tell
a
me.
big, if it's like a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel, I'm taking the bagel. I'm more of a savory over sweet guy. I'm not a big sweet guy.
Okay, okay. Just wanted to throw that out there for people. Um, you had mentioned that you obviously like being outdoors, hunting and
Mhm.
fishing. Do you have any pets?
No, I do not. I grew up with horses. I grew up rodeoing when I was younger, so I was always around like livestock and around cattle. Been around cattle my whole life, but no, don't no personal pets as of this moment. I would like to get a dog at some point though.
Sure. 4-H kid, then?
No, never in the 4-H. I was always too busy in sports. Played summer baseball growing up, so didn't have the time to to show or anything like that, but grew up. I did rodeo in the summers along with baseball, so
Nice.
more of that side of the agricultural stuff.
All right, all right. Let's see here. Favorite home cooked meal.
Ooh, my mom and dad are great cooks. Obviously, I've been able to put on some weight, so been eating well my whole life.
Right, right.
I'd have to say, tough to beat a good cooked steak. Nice medium rare steak.
That's fine. I mean, I kind of figured you were going to go that route. I mean,
Yeah,
most guys
yeah,
would anyways. Um,
yep.
and then even more so for a guy who kind of grew up on a farm, surrounded by it. So you don't give these animals names often. You just, cut them up and serve them up on a plate.
Yep,
So
yep.
cool. Obviously had to have been a fan student of the game for quite some time.
Hmm.
Who are you looking up to at the next level? Like who are some of the guys when you look at like the NFL right now that you just like watching their film.
Right now, I like to watch Dexter Lawrence. Big fan of him. Obviously, I mean he's retired now, but Aaron Donald, big inspiration of mine, undersized D lineman. So like to watch a lot of his stuff. And then when I'm a big time Colts fan. Been a Colts fan my whole life. So like the back in the day, it was Robert Mathis, Dwight Freeney, those kind of guys. I enjoy watching DeForest Buckner now on the Colts, big guy in there. So I'd say a lot of those guys.
I love DeForest Buckner.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna say it right now. Like I remember when he was drafted to another team, and I
Hmm.
felt like he was just bound for the Hall of Fame. But
Yeah,
that's uh,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, not trying to say too much about it, but certainly an excellent player
Oh yeah.
in his own right. And of course talked about all these stud guys on the defensive line, such as Aaron Donald, who
Hmm.
really isn't that big of a defensive lineman, but the if I had to kind of describe him, I think I would use the word fierce.
Yeah.
He was a very fierce competitor who just
Relentless.
he just never gave up, and
Nope.
he was always in your face. So
Yep.
um, you see a little bit of that in you. I mean, for a guy who's just really determined to make plays out there on the field.
Yeah, yeah, I do. Like I said, I think my motor is one of my biggest strengths, and watching Aaron Donald play, he never stops. His feet never stop. He's always looking to make a play, and I'm always trying to showcase that in my game. I like to. Obviously, everyone likes to make plays, but if I'm not making the play, I'm frustrating that O lineman and I'm frustrating that quarterback. And if I'm not getting the sack, I'm in his face and I'm uh, O lineman stepping on his toes. That's one of my favorite things is seeing O linemen yell at each other, or quarterback yelling at their O line. That's you're doing something right as a D lineman if they're bickering on the other side.
Well, definitely nice to disrupt things. I mean, especially if it's up here,
Yeah.
because obviously that means that you're doing your job and you're doing it well. So,
Yep.
Tanner, it's been great getting a chance to know you on and off the field. Do want to go ahead and wrap up our time. Hey, right now you're sitting at a 5-2 record, and dude, the sky's the limit for you
Yep.
guys. Looking forward, certainly have the potential to make noise, not only in your conference, but to make it to the playoffs and do some
Yep.
great things this year. So,
Yep.
want to wish you all the best. All right.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Jimmy.
Sure. Once again, I got with me Tanner True, defensive lineman out of Chadron State. Check him out.
Thank you.